think he could.
He could literally have it at 700 touchdowns.
Okay, so just to put this in perspective, so now he's got 363 more pass attempts than the retired Drew Brees has in second, okay?
Right.
And in yards, he's now 1,260 more yards than Drew Brees. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Brees had 49 more interceptions than Tom has right now.
Right.
So you got to give Brady...
Yeah. He's very careful with the ball.
Very
Skip.
careful.
He's very careful with the ball. No, Skip, but like I said, I won't admit it because what you do with LeBron, you say, well, it's a longevity award. I'm not going to say Tom. Yes, Tom has played a long time, but he's played at a great level, at an elite level. 20s, 30s, and 40s. Normally, Skip, like I said, and when we was talking about the 75th anniversary team, and everybody wants your whole career. You play 15 years and your career steadily does this.
Okay.
But that's not how a career works. It normally arcs and then peaks and then comes down.
Okay.
Tom Brady, he started like this, and he's like going, and he's like, and it's starting to go again.
And you can argue in his 40s, he was better than even in his 20s. Or now we're getting to where you can make the case he's going to be better than he was in his 30s.
Yeah, he's had 2 Hall of Fame careers. He possibly headed to a third one because you look at his 20s, he had 3 Super Bowl wins in his 20s. You look at him in his 30s, he had 3 Super Bowl wins in his 30s.
Okay.
That's a Hall of Fame career in and of itself. He might be headed to another Hall of Fame career.
He might be.
He might be the first player to be an all-decade in 3 different decades, which would be absurd.
We're going to go up to 10 now on your scale?
No.
Give him a 10?
Skip.
I think you talked yourself into at least a 9.
But I'm thinking about it, Skip. If he played, let's just say for the sake of argument, for another 2 years, and he wins a Super Bowl or 2, he's going to be the all-decade quarterback of the 2020s.
Okay. Here's the most staggering stat of all. Since he arrived in Tampa Bay in the red zone, he is now 50 touchdowns to 0 interceptions.
Yes.
That's impossibly great.
Right.
Listen, week after week, Sunday after Sunday, I feel like I watch every game until my head's going to explode.
Right.
Do you know how many quarterbacks struggle on 3rd and goal from the 7 to get it in the end zone? It's hard, man, because it feels like there are 14 defenders in the end zone. You can't find your receiver in time.
The thing that if you watch Tom, when Tom missed, he misses high, the ball's going out the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Or he missed, the ball is going into the ground. He doesn't put the ball in a situation where it's going to carry him off someone's hand.
Yep.
Pops up in the air. How many times, Skip, we see the ball pop up in the air, and here comes the defender coming down with it. And that's what he does. And Skip, like I said yesterday, he was 20 or 36. It was like a small pot. He let you bluff him off of it. But when you shove major money to the middle of the table, which is the red zone, he's cashing.
Okay. Could I demonstrate for you, display for you his greatness or his goatness yesterday? Because it all happened in the first half, and he was a little hit and miss in the second half. But all the damage was done early. Could we start with the first throw to Godwin down the middle? I just thought this was virtuoso.
Okay.
If we could see this play. This is a hard throw in traffic, and he just got him right. Listen, that's a tight window that you just put it through,
that's
right?
safety, so you got to protect him because that safety's coming. He said safety's right.
It's just beautiful, and it was a very good and fearless catch.
And again, Skip, you see where the ball is? Low. Now, he throws this ball high, it's going to pop up in the air.
It's going to get picked. Okay, so that sets up a play that is 3rd and goal from the 4. And watch this to Godwin, if we could, please. This is a little option route in which Brady fakes the backer off him, and he turns and back shoulders him with a bullet to the back shoulder. Listen, this is sweet now. Did you see the pump fake on the backer?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it's an option route for Godwin in the middle of the field to go whichever way he wants to go. And he went the right way, and Brady hit him, and it was beautiful to see. So that's touchdown number 1. Then we go to touchdown number 2. This is for all the marbles. This is the 600th. And it's 3rd and 7 from the 9. How hard is this? 3rd and 7 from the 9, and he still converts it. Do you know what the odds are against 3rd and 7 from the 9-yard line? It's very difficult.
That was a great throw, tremendous catch by because he knows he's going to take a hit.
It was fearless.
Yes, he knows he's going to take it. He knows safety's right there on top of it.
Okay, then speaking of Mike Evans, let's go to the best deep throw of the day, which is a 46-yarder to Mike Evans, which sets up another touchdown to Mike. There's the little shot to the. Here we go. This is 46 yards. This is the one deep throw he connected on to Mike. I'd say that's on the money, right?
Look, watch what he does to Eddie Jackson. He looks to his right, knowing damn well he's going to throw the ball down the left rail.
Because he had single on Eddie Jackson. He said, watch this, and I'm going to drop it right down the chimney to my man Mike Evans, who's 6 feet 5 inches tall. And Mike Evans, to his credit, hung on, and Eddie Jackson got in there and fought it all the way to the ground, okay? And that's about to set up. He did. He looked him off.
He looked at He know good well. He know good well he's going
okay. And then that's going to set up a 2-yard fade. There you see it, back shoulder. And the ball is gone before Mike Evans even begins to turn around. As soon as Mike turned, he had to catch it quick because it was on top of him. Oh, I got it.
Right.
Okay, you can't execute. It's only 2 yards, but it's
But if you look
beautiful.
at, Skip, the thing is a lot of times, look at how Brady throws the ball. Look at this. Because a lot of times guys want to put zip on it, and before the guy, like you said, he threw the ball before Mike Evans even had his head around. But he throws it at such a pace that when he gets his head around, the ball is on top of him and it's not zipped past him.
That is virtuoso. That is masterpiece. That is Pavarotti at the Sydney Opera House.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that? That was it right there. And then we got one more. We got a fourth one before halftime. And this is 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 8. This is hard, man. It's hard. And he steps up in the pocket and he hangs in there and hits him on the back line. Okay? And there was some traffic there in the middle of the pocket, and he knew he could get banged around. And I also want to make the point that, remember, the Bears beat the hell out of him at Chicago last year, right?
But that's a different
They didn't
team.
touch him yesterday.
Right.
They did not touch him.
The thing is that you got to collapse the pocket from within inside. So with no Akeem Hicks, now the other guys can't force him to step up in the pocket into Akeem Hicks.
Okay.
And the Bears are not very good, Skip, on either side of the ball right now.
I thought they were better on defense, but he just shredded them because he was at his best in the first half. And I will give you not in the second half, but I'm also going to remind you, he did not have his favorite red zone target, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
He did not have his speed receivers. He had no AB and he had no little Scotty Miller. Both of them are hurt for the moment. I'm assuming they will be back sooner than later.
Right.
But remember, there's no speed on the field because the 2 Pro Bowlers that he inherited, obviously, Mike Evans and Godwin, they're not blazers.
No.
They're not separators. You know, they can't really run by you because Eddie Jackson caught up with Mike Evans very easily. But my point is, wait until they get healthy because he was doing it a little bit handicapped yesterday without AB and Scotty Miller to keep the defense honest.
Well, I just think the thing is, Skip, when you play him, your offense is going to have to put pressure on Brady as well.
Yep.
Because, and for those far, we've only seen really 2 teams do that. They 1-1. The Cowboys were able to keep pace with them, and the Rams obviously were able to keep pace and end up beating them. If you play Tom Brady and your quarterback can't stand on the field and look him eye to eye, you can't beat him because they're going to score points. And that's the thing. Tom Brady is going to force you, and that's why so many teams were able. The Patriots were able to beat so many teams because he forces you to take chances that you shouldn't take. But you got to match him, Skip. I know because I know that's Tom Brady. I know he's going to score on our defense. So you feel a sense of angst, and we're going to talk about Patrick Mahomes, that I got to do something also.
Right. Okay. I'm also going to remind you that yesterday, despite a little bit of an off second half, there were no turnovers by Tom Brady. No. And guess what? His QBR led all of football in Week 7, led football at 93. So he had a better day than I think you're giving him credit for.
Well, I think the thing was, Skip, is because when you look at it, you look at the red zone and how good he was and how efficient he was in the red zone. And that's the thing, Skip. Yeah, he gonna miss. He missed passes, between the 20s. Yeah, he spraying the ball all over the field, and then all of a sudden he getting all the money's in the middle of the table. He's cashing. He's raking in pots every single time, and that's what he does really, really well. You mentioned 50 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the red zone. That'll win you a lot of games.
It'll win you a lot of games. Final point. While I have called LeBron Iron Man, he had the 2 glitches, obviously, year 1 and 3 with the Lakers. But in general, big picture, he has been Iron Man because he's had no surgeries that I'm aware of, right? No surgeries in his career. I hate to even bring this up, so I'm going to knock on wood. But remember, Brady did not play his first season because he was sitting behind Drew Bledsoe
Yes.
for 1 year. So
Right.
that's a lost year on stats.
Right.
And then, remember, he got hurt in game number 1
Yeah, missed 15
in
games.
08. So he missed that year.
Right.
And he did get suspended by the commissioner wrongly,
Yeah.
I will emphasize, for 4 games.
And they wrote up a big old report.
Yeah.
And everybody waiting on that big report. They writing out about the Washington football team. But we gonna keep waiting on that one,
We'll
Skip. I'm
keep
sure
waiting
we'll
on that
discuss
one.
that when
So
it comes out.
the point is, Brady has missed some time that could have added to this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, he probably would have had, how many touchdowns you think? Because the early 2000s, how many touchdowns? Maybe 15, 20?
Yeah,
So he could easily be, well, if he doesn't get hurt, obviously, Skip, he's probably going to be somewhere around 650 at the bare minimum.
Okay, so Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp has upped his scale of 1 to
Now, I didn't
10
do that.
to 10.
No,
He
no,
said.
no.
He
No.
just said that.
You know what? Let me tell you why LeBron, because LeBron have to play both offense and defense. Just think of LeBron, you know what? On he make a basket, he get to go sit and rest. And then all then he gets to come back in. And all he had to do was just